I'm already dead. Hello, Wolves. How are you? How are you? Who did not finish the book? Oh my god, that's not funny. But hello, I finished the book before. Oh, I see. I see it. Finished it. I did finish the book. I did finish it. I finished it like 45 minutes ago, I think. I don't know. But hello, hello. Team Salt is here. I cannot wait to see what you're gonna say. Yeah, I was just saying I'm not ready to actually talk about the book because like I read it so fast, not it so fast that I did not register what happened, but so fast that I will have a hard time to actually put my thoughts into words. Is that English? I'm not sure. Hey, what? Oh, there. I don't know what to say. I have a few things I want to say, but I don't feel like it's going to be as deep as it can be for other books, to be fair. But we shall see. Maybe you're right. 20 pages left. Okay, you still have a little bit of time because we first gonna go like overall, so not spoilery. So you still have a few minutes. But I just got plenty of to say. Well, shall see. You're so close. Yeah, you will finish it. Shakes the salt. Hello, hello. Twirls in a ring of salt. What a salty night. Yes, that was my appointment at 3:10 today. I got my eyelashes on. Thank you for noticing. And my nails. It's that time of the year. Ahoy there from Great Britain, where it has been sunny but windy today. Oh, really? I hope you enjoyed that weather. Oh, yes. It was a hammock day. I love it. I love it. And I finished my homework before class. Perfect. Perfect. You got this. You got this. Hello. Summoning a demon. Always a silt. My favorite of it. Yeah, I do it every single year at the beginning of October. These are my favorites. And anyone wondering, it is the Guilty collection from Indigo that they released like a few years ago. But I do them every single year in October. Like, okay, so what did you think of this book? Like, first overall thoughts, no spoilers, just like what did you think of it? Thank you. The we got some wait, I wrote it down with Moog. I cannot remember if it was Moog or Mog. Phallic phylactery. We're gonna get demonetized. That's okay. That's fine. That's okay. Love it. Thank you. I mean, I guess he's also talking about these. Thank you. The bonus made a change from. Oh. Oh my god. It was a fun, fast paced ride, pure escapism, little depth. Yes. That's what she said. Oh my god, this is gonna be messy. I love it. I love it. This book had all the ingredients I like in a fantasy, but I couldn't get into it. Fair, absolutely fair. Do you know why? I guess not, because you got like a interrogation question mark. Oh my gosh, question mark. I enjoyed it. It was fun to read. Yes, I was bored, so I DNF'd on chapter 24. I feel like this. Okay. Okay. So we have already one DNF. Interesting. Oh, hello, Pax. How are you? We good. We're gonna talk about like Kings of the Wild, which was a bit wild. If I don't make sense, please let me know because I'm still tired from the drive and everything. Um, and I did not have time to rest because I had so many things to do. So I will rest on Wednesday. I really love this book. It's so good and funny and tropey. Yes. Welcome to Team Salt. It was fine. I was happy reading it. The Band of Lady Bandits were awesome though. Yep. I don't know why. Yeah, you don't know. I guess. I get that. Honestly, I just didn't click with the humor and I'm so salty about it. So, and I DNF'd it in 2020. I think, well, I got about 180 pages in. Maybe I forgot. Yeah. So, for me, honestly, I feel like it's going to be like, I had fun reading it. But as you said, I had a bit of a hard time really getting invested in the story because also I feel like it was a weird fantasy. I feel like it would be like if you're a hardcore fantasy reader, you might have found something missing from the book. But I feel like someone that's not into fantasy or that's like trying fantasy, whatever, would actually enjoy it maybe a bit more because I feel like it was old school fantasy, if that makes any sense. It's not like the fantasy we get nowadays. It was a bit like, I don't know, different. I don't know why it feels like old school to me, but I loved that. I mean, I didn't get the humor and whatever. It was not my kind of humor, but I get it. And it felt actually to me right within that group of characters because, I mean, that was the vibe that I was getting from the group. So it kind of made sense, even if I don't get it, didn't always get it. If I didn't always laugh or whatever, it was just not for me, but I get that. But I also loved how, like, they were like glorious in the past, then they retired, and then they reluctantly, like, whatever, trying to go back to that quest and do things, and they change a lot. And, they talk about like the age and like everything that has changed and whatever, and there is like a dynamic between the characters that I actually enjoyed. I wrote like a few notes here regarding each character, but also um yeah, I loved many things in this book, like the fight scenes, the monsters, and everything. But I feel like something was missing for me to actually care way more. And also, I felt like, maybe it's just me, I felt like it was very D&D esque, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed the feel of like playing a game, but like feeling the game throughout the story, because like, is that, I don't know if that's spoilery, but there is, I might keep it that for a little bit later because there was some kind of evolution, but also I felt like it was pretty, regarding the world building, pretty info dumping. So let me know if you agree or not. I felt like it was info dumping a lot, but I don't know. I love how action packed but super chill. Yes, that's what it is. Like, this book was action packed, but the writing style was to me very chill. I wasn't tensed. You know what I mean? That's maybe why I feel like I didn't really connect, or I didn't really care enough, just because even though it was action packed, it was chill. Maybe that's it. You, yeah, I agree. I went into it expecting to love it, hence the Excel sold. Yeah. I found the humor amusing enough, and I like the action scenes. But it jumped from scene to scene like a video game. Yes, it really felt like a video game or like a D&D kind of thing. Like you get something, then throw the dice or whatever, you get the next thing, whatever. It felt very like cut in some way, but I did not mind it. I just mind the info dumping. I felt like many times, whether it was about the past of one character, the relationship, the marriage, or whatever, I felt like at many times the info were not given to you like gradually or like naturally, organically, or whatever. It was just like thrown at you. Yes, it is. So reminded me of Lord of the Rings part, but weirder. Yeah, I get that absolutely, absolutely. I feel like the way to the point of the book took way too long. I think I agree with that. It's also on my notes. I feel like it could have been shorter, and then the end felt a bit more rushed. Like there was like a shift throughout the book. At least I felt it that way. That emoji. Never read this book. I might try it. Just finished the Three Musketeers 5 minutes ago. Okay. I love the Three Musketeers. I love that one. Did you enjoy it? I mean, we're gonna dive into spoilers, so just be careful when I say spoilers, spoilers. Just don't listen to us anymore unless you don't mind spoilers. Um, but I hope you enjoyed the Three Musketeers. I had a D&D vibe for me, and I think it felt a bit different because of that for me. I read it via audio, but I think I would have enjoyed more reading it physically. So I only listened to it as an audiobook. I have the ebook, but I listened to the audiobook because I wanted to be able to listen to it while driving, while doing other things, because as you know, I was pretty late with this book. I started it yesterday and finished it today. So I was bad at this. So it might be my fault, and it might be why I have a bit of a hard time talking about this book. Um, but definitely the D&D vibe, I got it too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It really felt like it. And that's why I'm saying like it's an old school maybe fantasy, because I feel like if you're maybe a D&D player, you might enjoy it because of the vibe. I don't know. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, but these weren't funny. I feel like they were not funny, but they were still funny. How can I explain that? They were not funny to me, but I felt like they were just funny in their own way, if that makes any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I was not laughing at it, but I felt like it was still well written, and it seemed genuine. It seems like it would they were really matching the characters. I don't know how to explain it. Canon was a bit what devs about being hand silhouette in carbonite. They were just like, um yeah, I had Ganel on the X-Men or whatever, the X-Men, not the X-Men, X-Men or whatever. I have written, like, I have notes here, I have notes on my computer, I have notes everywhere regarding the book. Was a bit what else yeah, about that, yes, but I feel like the most like I think we're gonna go soon into spoilers, because I I think we're gonna go into spoilers soon. I will get back to this, but okay, no, I'm just gonna say my favorite was, I think, Moog. Do you say Moog? Moog, because he was the what else for me, and just what the heck, and onesie, and it was just what the heck. But yeah, I read this early in the month and nearly really. remember the one thing I want to rant about later. Hello, Liam. How are you? Hope you're good. I remember being interested in the villain, but not getting enough of him. So I'm excited for the spoilery section, so I know what happens. Yep. Dick jokes aside, it feels like really King's Dark Things high fantasy but light tone. Ah, yeah, exactly. That's a nice way to describe it. High fantasy but light tone. Yes. When over half of the book was finding each other. Yes, 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 yes. It took time. It took time. It took time. I have spider webs in my hair from gardening. Maybe I was adventuring in a haunted forest. Or maybe you met Portia. Have you read uh, Children of Time? I think you did. And it did seem the band members were all too eager to get together again. It didn't feel real. Um, it didn't feel real. Okay. I feel like for me it felt real because it felt like, when you grew up and you had like a group of friends or whatever, and then you went to uni, so you got split in some way, and then you get back to your group a little bit, and you try to reach out to others, etc., but they all moved on, they all have life, they all are different, with new like habits, whatever. And it felt like going back to that group was a bit of like trying to stay young a bit longer, or to just remember everything that happened. I feel for me it felt kind of real, but I don't know. Yes. Do you mean from the book or in general? Because I think there was something in the book as well. I got somewhere bored with it at some point, so yes, it took too long. Could have edited, yeah, but I think they already took, they cut like 50,000 words already from the book, if I remember well. So ending was rapid, a quick robbery, and we get a major magic key. um, yeah, the ending was really rushed, but I feel like we're gonna get like into spoilers. So I just want to warn anyone, everyone, spoilers coming, spoilers. um so just be aware of the spoilers. Spoilers if you haven't read the book but want to. Oh wait, I'm just gonna check your comment packs. Love the Three Musketeers, my second favorite book of all time. Don't worry about me, feel free to continue talking about the book, I'll cover my ears at the spoiler alert. So I'm glad to see that you enjoyed the Three Musketeers and that it's actually your second favorite book of all time. That's quite impressive. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the spoilers. So thank you for stopping by and saying hi. No, that's the thing. When I usually do that, it's quite the opposite because we mentioned the villain. I forgot many things. Because when I just need, my brain just need like at least a few hours, a day or two, to actually just process everything that was said, to just understand and to remember the storyline. But I feel I already forgot many things, so you will need to help me. I've heard people say there are 70s music. Yes, um, there is a lot of references, absolutely, and I heard the same thing. So if anyone knows, please let us know. I think he is. At least he's the last one I have written on my things. I think yes. I feel like them being best friends in the past and the fact they haven't seen each other in a while, they took very little. Yeah, but you know how sometimes you just like, I don't know, you have people you haven't seen in a while, you can talk to them for hours when you see them, and then you have quite the opposite. You have nothing to tell them because you're completely different. So I feel like that did not bother me, if that makes any sense. He was my favorite. Like, I need a magic hat now too. He was just like extra and just like seems to be like a best friend, if that makes any sense. Lot what the heck. Yes, absolutely the wizard. Um but yeah, I loved Moog. Moog, I think it was Moog. I see, I cannot remember how it was pronounced, and I listened to the other book. Hello, hey, currently at work, but just wanted to say hi for once, since I missed out so many lives, and well, have to miss out on this one. Oh, don't worry, just thank you for stopping by and saying hello, but focus on your work, obviously. And I hope you're good. Yes, he is. But I truly hope you all enjoyed the book at least enough to finish it on your own table. I mean, the majority of people, I mean, I think the majority has actually finished it. A few DNFs, but that's fair. I would generally swerve humorous books as I'm not into the constant jokes and banter, but this had a light enough sprinkling of that sort of material that it was okay for me. Yes, I felt like even though they were going on that quest or whatever, and that there was emotions in that book. Like, you cannot say it was emotionless, or that I mean, I did feel in like several parts of the books, but I feel like everything was very light, and it made it easier not to read, but easier to take in, if that makes any sense. Like, and also the lightness and the emotions, and the fight scenes and the monsters and everything in between the jokes made it like not too heavy and annoying, and for me. So I but it's not the humor I have with my friends. It's not the humor I have. It's not the kind of jokes I keep hearing, whatever. So it did not talk to me, but still it was done in a way that I still find the writing style really good. Um, but the fact that it was like a band of dudes, I did not connect, and I feel like it's okay. Um, because I never had that kind of like conversation, relationship, and everything. Very proud of you. Right in time for the spoiler event, yes. So you remember everything regarding the villain, right? That would be awesome. I'm an oldie and grew up between the 70s and 90s, so I'm here, right? Yeah. I mean, like, I love when I get like references. I don't think I got everything from the 70s because I was born in 90. So I get a lot of reference from the 90s and 80s. Um, but not everything from the 70s, obviously. But usually you have people who mind those kind of references. I did not. So that was good. The guys, yeah, but I mean, I don't think we can say that in general. Like, every group of friends is actually different. Some will not, or whatever. But I feel like their dynamic was very different from the dynamic I have or had in the past, and will probably have in the future. It was very, very different. Um, but yeah, I get that. I got all the rock band references, but I didn't know the specifically 70s music references. I prefer the 80s. Love it. Yeah. The end really was rushed. Would have loved a few more pages. Yes, that's the thing that we said at the very beginning. Like, the fact that it took them half the book or whatever to actually find each other, which kind of makes sense. But at the same time, you could have shortened that part and then add a few more maybe 2 or 3 chapters like for the end, because I feel like it was very rushed as well, and as the book was like light and slow info dumping, and then up the end, and I was just like, and that's why I feel like I did not process the content of what I was reading. I just I'm confused because I read it, I listened to it very carefully. I didn't like zone out or whatever, but I don't think I remember everything. But also it's because of the info dumping. I was like, I do mind when it's done that way. I do mind it a little bit because I prefer when it's done through conversations or more organically. Um, but yeah, the ending was, I feel like, very abrupt, and I was like, oh, um, okay, it's done. Yeah. It reminded me of the movie Red and the Expendable, old retired dudes getting back together for one last quest. Yes, and it felt very. I mean, I liked that trope. I mean, is it a trope like that? Plot. I love that plot. I enjoyed that. I really wanted Clay to get back home to Jeannie. The danger was agonizing at times, so I clearly cared for some of the characters. Yeah. And talking about Clay, I felt like getting that's his point of view that we got more right. Like he was telling the story. Oh, I felt like he was like the main presence here, but I felt like he was generally good, but also very much ready to do bad things to balance out the good and bad, if that makes any sense. He would have, I mean, destroyed something, someone, killed someone, something, whatever, if it was for the better good. Um, so yeah, he's still not my favorite though. But yeah, I okay. When I say I didn't care, I still cared about that. I wanted that to happen. I genuinely wanted that to happen. But if yeah, okay. Since someone was sick, yeah, I don't remember who, why was it was. Did they die? Tell me things. Wait. Yes, but he was. Which cured. Yeah, that's what they were trying. Yeah, the um. Wait, I'm checking all the comments at the same time. Wait. Oh boy, I was comfortable with last adventurous side of things. What? The cure? Are you talking about the cure? Yeah, special mode for that. Yes, absolutely. Yes, fucking mode. Yes, I know. But the thing is that sometimes it's just like the simplest thing sometimes is a better one. And I don't have really opinions on it. And that's what, like, I, I was confused and I was like, is it for real? Is it not? I don't know. When Clay lost his hand, Luke Skywalker sat and fell down the cliff. I was like, no. Yeah, and then I think I would have loved to, because we touched a lot about like aging in general in that book, because they were like heroes and whatever in the past, then they just retired and lived like a more normal life. That makes sense. And then they got back to that quest, and they got back together and everything. So uh, things happen and whatever. But also, even though they were trying to bring back, let's say, the dynamic they had once, or the strength they had or whatever, they were way older. So I love that they kind of touched to that subject. But also, I think I would have loved for the hand not to be back, because it's life, and sometimes, talking about like aging might go with abilities and disabilities, if that makes any sense. So I feel like it should have not happened. Doctor Who style with your opportunity. Hey, there is, not everyone can be Doctor Who. Not everyone can be Doctor Who, okay? um I'm just checking like a few of my notes here before. I think we can go then into the Google sheet, like Google form or whatever. Um, uh, yeah, my favorite was actually Moog. Like, with the, the way, the behavior, the everything about Moog like worked for me. Uh, but yeah, they all had to put like their like differences and arguments aside to actually work together, especially because even if they knew each other a long time ago, they don't know each other anymore, kind of, because everyone has changed, everyone has a different life, they moved on and everything. So I feel like that's also that also was like the fun part of the book, to get to know again people you knew 100%. um yeah. um the pacing focused, yeah, like I also wrote that we were more like the pacing was the focus, and with the fights and everything, a little bit of character building, and it was humor heavy, but it was way more about all the things that happened throughout the book, and just a little bit about the destination, like the goal at the end. And I feel like sometimes it works, but here I would have loved a bit more about that ending. um but otherwise I found it like it was. Oh yeah, like why I felt like it was a D&D is because they were at the beginning with nothing, then they had a few like swords, axes, what else, like what was the name of the two, like Roxy and, I want to say Roxy and Rookie, but it's something like, and Gabby, like the two, whatever. And then they lose everything, then they have to rebuild everything, then they lose everything, then they have like, and every time it gets like stronger or like more armed or protected, whatever. And it felt very D&D. You know how in D&D you can lose things or you can gain things or whatever, and it felt like kind of that way. And I like that. That's also why I got that vibe. Um, but yeah, I feel like I wrote us also like good writing style. Um, but yeah, wait. That's I think that's what you wanted to rant about. No? Yes, I think absolutely. Yeah, Rentley, I'm ready. A bit of cream. Yeah, it was just so. You know how sometimes, like in reality, when you have a disability, when you lose a limb or whatever, there is no magical solution in real life. And I feel like even if you have a bit of magic in books or whatever, sometimes you don't actually need the magic. And in so many books, you see characters growing up and just learning to do things. And, even like smaller things, like hiding a scar, and then at the end, you're just proud of that scar, etc., etc. And it just like, I feel like it makes them stronger in a way when they just like accept it. It's not easy. I'm not saying it is easy, but it would have been nice to have that. Yeah, it was a bit. It is. Yeah, don't have too much to say about it specifically here, but the magical cure trope is just a bliss, and it's such. Yes, I agree. I agree. I think my favorite character must have been Clay since I was rooting for him to survive throughout. Yeah, okay. I mean, I liked Clay. I mean, we got introduced. He's the first character we read and everything. So yeah, we read about. If you don't want your character to live their life without a hand, then don't make them lose a hand in the first place. I agree. I agree. I agree. If all fantasy authors are gonna magic away illnesses and disabilities, then I will never get the disability rep I'm craving. Yeah, and this one at least it still hurt a bit after it was. Yeah, but no. It was well paced initially, but the pace ramped up towards the end, and things got extra convenient and nerd. Yes, and that's the. I think that's one of the main issues I had with the book. You know, at least he had the arm in a sling, just had to shield for the final battle. It was just like convenient. It was a great scene on the ice bridge, losing a hand, getting separated. You know, you had many great scenes, I feel, in this book, and many could be turned into like action thingy shows or whatever because it was in a game. I can see this in a game. Like some scenes were really like game-esque, D&D, and whatever. It was epic in so many ways, but it's the after this that it got down for me. Him losing. Yes, 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 absolutely. Also annoying when they have to work really hard for the magical cure. It's still a cure, and I hate that too. How about they work to adjust like real humans? I mean, I think I would have loved that to actually, see the character adjusting to it or whatever. But again, when you have like whether it's in this one or if it's in the Keeper of the Lost Cities or if it's in other books or whatever, you see many times things being fixed, and it's just that also it allows us to dream a little bit with magic. Magic being like part of fantasy, being a book that we read for escapism. So I feel like it's hard. Like I would have loved to see him not get his hand back, but at the same time, it's still escapism, and it's I don't know how to explain that. I feel like it will be liked by some, but if you want disability rep, it's not the book for you. You know what I mean? So it's hard to, yeah. More drama. We love drama, especially at the end, and especially knowing it's actually a trilogy. To have like some cliffhanger or whatever. Hello, hello. We got a Mooney here. Hello, Mooney. Do you remember who died? Do you remember who died? No. More, she's cute. I'm just gonna close the door because she opened the door. Wait, she's gonna lay down. I'll go. But yeah. Yeah, let me close the door. Oh, baby. You're a good baby. Yeah, I agree. And the Booker. Yes, there were many. Like, and the Booker, he died. Yeah. Mog had worked on a cure for decades, lost his heart, but it was all backstory and not lived in the book. There are many things like, I don't know. That's why I felt like there was like emotions also in this book, and the two had it. Yeah. Yes. Okay. First, question before we go into like the Google sheet. Who wants to read the sequel? Who doesn't want to? Sure, it's escapism, but the magical cure trope is just ablaze, and it's wrong. It's as long as authors imagining a fantasy world with a different races in it. It comes from a questionable place. I feel like nowadays, yes. I feel like nowadays, yeah. I hope you will find like good disability rep in the future, because I feel like we are getting more and more, but not all of them are like that good yet. But I think it's getting there. I think it's getting there. I want to. I don't even remember those characters. At least people. Yeah, people died. People died. Yes, I want to read the next book. See, I think I'm gonna do read the next book, but slower. But I'm still curious. I will read it next year. Nice. Mm, I mean, I think yes, right? Wait, I'm blanking now. I'll pass. I cannot like most search for the cure because it was a very difficult moment for him when he realized how easily he could have helped his boyfriend. You know, that's always like that. That's why I felt like it was emotional, whatever, because like you feel like you are always um like late, or not doing like 100% or whatever. But yeah, I Moog was my favorite. In the next one, won't continue. Have to need for it. Yeah, have no need for it. Fair. No, we didn't see that much. Like if you're talking about Rose and her band, I feel like we didn't get that much. But I feel like the sequel might be um, about her. What about the villain? Anything worth talking about? I don't think so. Except if anyone has something to say about the villain, just feel like it was not a strong thing. Yeah, maybe. I think so. But yeah, let me share my screen so we can check like the Google sheet, because we've already been talking for 45 minutes and I said that I didn't have anything to say. But I feel like everything that I said is quite like on the surface, whatever, because I don't know. There was something that did not work for me. Um Wait, it's loading the responses. Why isn't it charging? Wait. Let me recharge the page. Mm. Why isn't this one charging? So weird. Okay, I have it here. Okay, so here it is. I will go down. Maybe just here. I mean, is it big enough? Yes. Yes, and also I feel like the many of the like all of them had names for anything they were using. No, or many names. I love that when you name things. The series is more like companion though, right? That's always nice when you don't have to remember. Yes, that's what I heard, but I don't know. Guess what? I forgot about the. Oh, don't worry, you're here, so you can share your thoughts. Don't worry about it. Yes, it was a debut novel. It was absolutely. Don't worry. Love that you're what a beautiful sword. Like the swords and everything was so amazing, but that's why I feel like the focus was on everything else but the main plot, if that makes any sense. It was about everything leading to the resolution of the plot or whatever. Thank you. No, you don't have to. It's like if you want to, you can. If you have read the book but cannot make it to the live show, you can, etc., etc. It's big enough. Perfect. Hey, yes, perfect. I'm still learning what homework I need to do. Don't worry about it. But here we have 4 answers. First time reading the book. Was it a reread for anyone? Because just you did not reread, but I don't think it was a reread for anyone. In what format have you read the book? Audio, physical? I have read only the audiobook. So if you listen to the audiobook, how would you rate? I think I would give it 4 stars because I feel like the job that the narrator did was a really good job, in my opinion. It was like, okay. The narrator did a great job with all the voices of the characters. Really like the audiobook. I've listened to something else read by this guy, but aside from that, I have no real remarks. Yeah, it was just like, okay, it was like nothing exceptional. That's what I feel about this book, is that also it was good. There was like humor and whatever, character building and blah, blah, blah. But it was not exceptional, if that makes any sense. Enough to actually recommend it to many, many people. But it was good, but not like, wow. Into my response even. I'm staying away from I wish I could have done that. Did you finish it? Yes. 4 answered yes. Okay. So I need to enter it in the Copal system as well. Wait. I just opened, instead of the Copal system, I opened the Be Sure. I found submitting things from last year. Really not good. So for character, we have 2-9, 2-7. Why would you rate the characters? That's a no stone of salt. This is why you should fill in the form, Jess. 7, I think. I think I will actually go like personally for 8, because I feel like we had many characters and they were all different and we got to like understand a bit all of them, and everything. Honestly, I hate rating individual categories. It's okay, you don't have to. So 7. Fair. Absolutely fair. Okay, the atmosphere. We got 2-9, 1-7. 2-7. I cannot even read. I feel like it would be a 7 for me. I think. Because it was emotional and supposedly fun, and I love the interactions and I love the plot and I love like the world and the monsters and the fight scenes and everything, but it did not like wow me. Writing side, we have 2, 9, 1, 7, 1, 6. For me, it's gonna be a 7 because I feel like the writing style was good, and for like a debut novel, I feel like it was good. Even if it wasn't my style, it was good. So 4 is just for Mog, the rest could have happily died. Oh, 7 for atmosphere. Fair. 7 for me too. Yeah, the atmosphere was like, I don't know, 6. Yeah, it's 7 for me, I think. The plot. That's the thing I have an issue with. We have 2, 7, 1, 9, 1, 6. I feel like the plot, because the plot is the main thing. But for me, the plot is like from beginning to end. And I feel like think, I think I'll go for 6 because even if there was a storyline of some kind, I feel like the pacing kind of uh, lowered that, but also the fact that it was very slow to actually find everyone, then go there, and then the resolution or whatever. The pacing was weird within like the different sections, the world, the building, then what's happening, and then the resolution, whatever. It felt odd. So for me, it's probably going to be like a 6. It's still very generous, I feel. 80% was great. Wait, 80% was great. The end was too fast and too much. So I don't know. Yeah, it's hard, right? I don't remember any of my ratings anymore since I rated them forever ago. Don't worry. I was happy enough with it. So it got 5 or above. Yeah, fair. But also, it isn't really the sort of book you go into expecting a super intricate plot. Actually, I don't know, because people should describe it in a different way, because I heard so many people being like, "Oh, it's a high fantasy, fast-paced world and book, whatever." So I expected something like Foundryside or Malice, or something else. I was not expecting that. You know, so it depends who recommended it. Actually, it's not homework. It's not mandatory. Don't worry. Intrigue, and again, the intrigue. 2, 7, 1, 9, 1, 6. I feel like it's a 6 for me. Patrick misled me. Yeah, it happens. Oh gosh, can we talk about Fundraiser here today? Can I? No. So the live show is tomorrow at 5 p.m. CET, and let me check because I see. Okay. So the live show is going to be on my channel tomorrow. I just got the confirmation that it's going to be on my channel tomorrow, 5 p.m. So we can talk about it tomorrow. What did I say for intrigue? 6, right? No. Hi, Fanka, how are you? I mean, I think it's Fanka. It could not be Famke, it could be Esme. Whichever. It's the Famke. Patrick misled my big time. I got blocked on Twitter after. Oof. Ugh. That's not fun. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Hi, hope you're good. I can't wait to check everything that you shared on Discord. I saw many notifications, so I think you shared things. Or did you not? I cannot remember. Or did you? Did you not? I think you did. I will check. But I hope you got back in one piece and everything. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Okay, next is logic. Yeah, jet lag must be hard. I know, especially in that way. It's easier when you go there than when you go back from that side of the globe. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be okay. Lots of water. I mean, I don't know if that actually works, but that's what I do. I will check them. I'm happy to see you back safe and sound and everything. Take the time you need to relax and everything, get back to work and everything so you can get back to us. That would have been awkward if it was Esme. I mean, no, we just would have like assumed it was someone else, but that's fine. That's fine. Yes. For me, it would be a 6, honestly. And the enjoyment, we have 1 8, 1 9, 1 7, 1 6. I feel for me it would be a 6 again because it's very like middle for me. It's like middle, you know what I mean? It's not exceptional. So what do I have? We have an average of 657 for me. So it's a 3 stars. Actually, it's 3.5. So it's still pretty high, I would say. But we got 2 3s, 1 4, 1 5. Wow, 1 5. That's amazing. I love it when you find like new favorites. As her to sharing an account. Yes, it's not always easy. Once. That's very low. Why are you posting a video while you're live? We can watch it now. What? Are you talking about me? Did I post a video? What? I didn't post a video? What are you talking about? There is no new video from me? I'm confused. Okay, so all the tea now. Are you all ready for all the tea? Let me know if you're talking about me because I didn't post anything. There is a new video coming tomorrow, but not today. Yes, the author blocked me. I did not tag him. I did not mention it. I'm so sorry. That's really rude. I did not. I swear to God, there is nothing. Like, there is a video that will be released tomorrow at night, for which the snowstorms already got like early access to, but that's it. There is no video. So this is why I'm scared to read mass and I don't want to interact with the authors at all. It's scary sometimes, I get it. But it is in the end, I enjoyed it. Yeah, 3 stars for me as well. Oh, okay. The community of yeah. So a post, but the post I shared it this. I shared it. When did I share it? I shared it 7 hours ago. I don't know why you're getting just now the notification. Sorry, but no, it's not. Nothing new. Go understand it. Okay, so all the tea. Love the characters. They all were so different, but made a great team. Love the idea of them basically having been heroes in their youth and now pick up the old job again in the Middle Ages as fathers to save Rose. The dialogue was fun, and I enjoyed the humor in this book. It felt like reading a D&D campaign, which was awesome. Yes, yes, absolutely. I agree with everything that was said here. This was just fun. I enjoyed the story of getting the band back together. The humor was sometimes lame, but that's part of the whole guy band atmosphere, right? Yes, that's what I felt. Like, I don't get it. It's not my humor, but it felt right within that group dynamic. Absolutely. We had time delved a bit deeper on the emotional level, but overall, this was just yes, yes, and yes. I know who wrote this. My concerns are usage of terminology such as savages and barbarians bothered me. I also very much dislike the magical cure element, where they found a change from slow hand to no hand far more interesting. We do luckily still have him dealing with some discomforts from the new hand, but this is by far my least favorite fantasy trope, and so sad to see it here, especially since the presence of all the protagonists lends itself well overall to a discussion of which bodies we consider as heroic. We could have extended heroics, I never know how to pronounce that, to include not just the aging body, but also the disabled body. We talked about that, and I agree with it. It would have been nice to see something done differently and not to have that magical cure and not to have it fixed, but just like adjust to it instead. It jumped around from action scene to action scene, but I like the video game-ness of it, starting out with their equipment, rapidly losing everything except shields and rocks, then slowly acquiring the full crew, resupplying, and constantly leveling up equipment and vehicles. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk tonight. So sorry, I'm still very tired. All before heading off to fight the big bad. Oh, and Stargate, yes. And I see your comment now. Yes, absolutely. That's what I said at one point, that they lost everything, they had to get everything back, and blah blah blah, and it felt very D&D, as you said, video game ness. And I feel like the scenes we read would be like excellent scenes in games, like video games, like actual video games. This had been a fun game of Pictionary while I've been here. I'm just looking for my next book to read. Oh, do you know what you're going to be reading? If you have options, we can help you. Which bodies we consider as heroic? Yeah. Yes, we had portals again, like in the Unspoken Name. But you know, I mean, like, again, because we have read the Unspoken Name not that long ago, etc. So sometimes, like, you know, how much you enjoy a book can depend on what you have read recently. If you're just fed up with a certain trope or standard element or whatever, or if you're just not in the mood or whatever, you know, everything can actually influence how much you enjoy a book. And I can see that it could be like, again, portals, but actually, I did not mind them. I love them. I love them. Fighting a Drake, yes, absolutely. And I loved also like all the creatures we had. I love them. Yeah, very. Yeah, I liked it too. I liked it too. You see, there are so many elements I liked in it. So it seems like sometimes 3 stars is harsh, but it was just not mind blowing in my opinion. For me, I loved it. Thread was fun. Thought it was fun and didn't take itself too seriously. Yes, there were issues with writing and plot, but it was just so much fun. I agree. That's a perfect example of what I would consider a book just to be fun, not like a masterpiece, um, but fun. I just wish we had more time spent on getting to the Stargate key from the dragon and Drake dragon and escaping from it, chasing the band. That scene was many things were too rushed. They were too rushed. I agree. They were like it was very much rushed. Um, and I feel like many of us will feel the same way. Oh, if anyone has suggestions, but do you have options? Do you have like already like a pile of books you want to read? Have you read the Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne? The first book being Malice. Pushing my agenda here. It's one of my all-time series. All-time series. Well, it's one of my all-time favorite series. Here you have a shelf from that author. I haven't read the other books, but Malice is my favorite. Yeah, see? Same. Absolutely. If anyone has suggestions for packs, forever and always. When it's not a We Watch Children series or a Natural History of Dragon, it's gonna be Malice. Yes. Or actually any Neil Gaiman, I would say. You know what? I ate that book. I loved it so much. I read it in like less than 24 hours, I feel. I loved it. Oh, yes, Master of Sorrows as well. Like Foundry Side, Master of Sorrows. Yes, absolutely. So I will. It's the Faithful and the Fallen series. But you have also, I don't know if you've read Master of Sorrows and Foundry Side. I would recommend both of them. But I just wrote Malice by John Gwynne and Faithful and the Fallen series. But yeah, I don't know if anyone has anything to add regarding Kings of the Wyld. And also, I wasn't sure at one point that you were like, you had to pronounce wild. Maybe it was like Wyld or whatever, because it was like the Y thingy. But actually, in the audiobook, they said Wyld. So, yep. Yes, absolutely. She was. She really was. It's a masterpiece. Yeah. I'm just gonna check something here. Yes, let me grab it. The scene with the snake lady haunts me. Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad you did not hate it. Malice, Master of Sorrows, and Fungicide. Yes, we're not gonna give you more because these are all huge books. So, wait, you don't like pillows on the lap? Final strive then. Don't worry. No, I did not grab a pillow. I already had it. What? What? No, what? I'm lost. I did grab this one because this is the next book we're gonna be. Oh. my god, yeah. Okay. The pillow's going on the floor. Yeah, I know. The pillow is on the floor. It's not on my lap anymore. Trauma. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. Like October TBRs are already insane for many people. No, I'm not. I am not. Oh, my mouth. I'm laughing too hard. I have a monthly reading suggestion thing coming up when I have some capacity. I guess I have your suggestion already. Ooh. But yeah, so this book is the one we will be reading in October, and I already have the date for the live show. It's always like the first Saturday of the month, unless it is stated otherwise, because busy or whatever. This is my calendar with everything. But it's gonna be on Saturday, November 5th. And this is this one. And Mira Grant is actually a pen name for Shannon Maguire. So that's the same author who wrote the Wyld Children's series. But this is horror-ish with bloody sirens, I think. Razor sharp tale of the horrors that lie beneath. So it sounds interesting because, like, apparently they were people who wanted to film like a mockumentary. Do you say mockumentary when it's like a documentary to actually mock a certain theory or whatever? And it was about the Atargates, who, like, they were filming like a mockumentary, yes, to the Mariana Trench, in near Australia or whatever. And it was like about like a legendary creatures that was living there or whatever. And actually something's going to happen while they're filming the mockumentary. And as you can see, there is like a creature here with hands and blood and everything. So it's horror-ish, so perfect for October. Yay! Oh, you already read it. Oh, amazing. I hope you enjoyed it. This one new to me. Because sometimes they want to give themselves more chances, because sometimes when they're new for a very well known for like middle grade and then want to dive into adult, they change the name. So when you see the name, you don't really refer to them as a middle grade author. So when they have a specific genre and they want to try something else, they change the names. So yeah. The horror book name or something? Mira Grant? Oh, do you mean she used that name just for horror books? Probably. Let's say that they use the pillow to enhance some things. The yeah. If someone wants to explain in the chat, so I don't actually have to say it, so Google don't catch it. I really want to read that one, but I already have 24 books on my October TBR. Why does it have to be this small? Don't worry. You can still read it another time. Don't worry about it. Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, you read that one? You loved it? We will be reading in October. So I'm really excited, but I'm happy to see that you actually enjoyed it. That is a lot, indeed. I'm excited for it. Oh, welcome to the pack. Welcome. I hope you're going to enjoy your time here. We're just wrapping up the discussion we had regarding Kings of the Wyld for a book club. So so you know what's happening. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, that's weird. See? I just, I, you know, I was like, what? Yeah, there were many scenes like that. Welcome to the park. You're welcome. But yeah, I feel like if you have a question regarding the Howling Pack now, or if you have one last thing to say regarding Kings of the Wild, please do it now, or we will otherwise wrap this up. Malice Masosaurus and from the side of my DVR. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I really hope you're gonna enjoy them all, but especially Malice, because Malice is my baby. But Masosaurus and Founder's Side are just as good, but Malice. I'm a dude. I clearly didn't think of anything of it. I mean, that's fair. We're all different. Please do. I just wanted to share my trauma. I'm good now. I mean, you can start doing it if you want. I can open like a conversation on the Discord, so you can suggest books. I will do it on Twitter as well. But yeah, you know what? I was thinking about doing it in November, but we will do it in October. So I can create the list for the snowstorm. So I actually picked all the favorites. But if you want to work on, you know who you need to talk to if you want your book to be picked. But yeah, I will open a discussion on Discord about it right after this. While I'm going to open also the channel for this book. And then I will share it on Twitter as well. So I will do it right after this. And that will be the batch for January to June. Love the live. Was such a fun and great decision. Oh, I'm so happy you enjoyed it. It's very chill, but I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I did enjoy it too. It's always a good time to like spend some talking time with you all. I love it. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. There is a wolf. Let the ride begin. I love it. Oh, I have to show you something. That never freaks me out. I know I can do it. I never DNF'd anything ever. Wow. That's commitment. I do DNF because otherwise it would just be wild. But I'll get back to you. But I feel like we're gonna wrap this up, but to say goodbye, I'm just gonna show you the little Mooney here. Hello. And yeah, my cute dino thingy here, in case you care. But Mooney here, my baby. My baby. Oh, my baby. She's sleeping on the couch. She's cute. She's ready for the night. Oh, good. Oh, peaceful Mooney. But yeah, I feel like if you have nothing else to add, and if I mean, I actually don't either, but I will do what I just said, opening the channel for Into the Drowning Deep, for the next books for 2023. It's never too early to actually get prepared, so I can announce it very early on, so you can get the books. I'm off to watch Booktube and eat. Sounds like a plan. Love it. Oh, pup. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for tonight, for the laughs, the laughs, the nonsense, and everything as usual. I had fun. But good night. Lovely. a good day wherever you are. Good night and good day to everyone. Wonderful rest of the day, Sasha. Until then, bye bye. Have a good night. Good night to you too. But yeah, everyone, take care. Talk to you soon. And bye bye.